Hello and welcome to the Long Island weather update on this sucky Monday. The definition of a sucky day with after the rain overnight into the morning. We just had lingering light rain and sucky drizzle, pretty much still ongoing right now. It never ended, no break, not a dry minute to be found here on Long Island. You can see here, according to the radar, you can see that there's light rain lingering over eastern Suffolk County. Some more rain showers now starting to move into Nassau. And what you don't see here on this is all the drizzle that's going on, and pretty much drizzle all over the place today. So really just a really crappy day across the area. Looking at the weather map here, you see the reason why. Got like a stalled warm front pretty much right over us. So that's keeping us in the drizzle. That warm front moves through overnight. Followed by a dry front. This is a dry front that's going to pass through tomorrow morning. That will, it's not going to drop the temperatures right away, and we're going to get fairly warm when that front moves through. Looking at our current conditions right now. Let me get this on here. And you can see it's pretty warm out there. The temperatures have risen quite a bit. They continue to rise. South wind at 12, gusting 24. So that warm front is definitely moving through. You can see light rain, mist. That's pretty much been the weather all day long. The temperatures are just rising. It was cooler earlier, and you can see how the temperatures have been rising all day. Looking at iSlip, you could see we started out in the low 40s, and then we've made our way through the 40s today with that rain, mist, light rain and mist, drizzle all day long. Now we're up to 54, and it's quite humid out there, too. You have to have the air conditioner on. So it's disgusting out there, pretty much one of these disgusting air masses. You'll notice to the north and west, it's cooler. They actually had some snow to the north and west, but we didn't get any of that. And, so pretty much everybody's pretty much in the 50s now, and those are probably the highs for the day we're seeing right now. So temperature is definitely getting up there. We'll take a look at the precipitation that we had in the past. I guess we'll do 24-hour. Yeah. And you can see some areas of Long Island actually got a lot of rain. We overperformed on this system here. Look at that. Central Suffolk, an inch and a half in Ridge. So, 1.42 at iSlip. And even in Nassau County, we got over an inch. We got a decent amount of rain from this. It was an overperforming system. The Central Park just shy of an inch. Looks like 0.88 there. Around an inch, looks like, making our way into eastern Suffolk County, 1.07 at West Hampton. So the Pine Barrens got a decent soaking again. East End a little less. And let's see how New Jersey did. Up to the north, you could see they got snow up there. So some of that's liquid equivalents. And also, Jersey Shore also seen decent amount of rain, 1.02 in Tom's River, 0.81 at Miller Air Park. So definitely putting a dent, and we won't get those out updated drought until Thursday. That's when they release the new drought monitor. So I'm not going to look at that yet. Definitely a decent amount of rain today. It was pretty. Just the light rain also just added up throughout the day. Let's go over our statistics here, just to briefly show you what happened up to our north and west parts of Connecticut. Saw anywhere from a couple of inches to up to 4 inches. Same thing for northern parts of the Hudson Valley as well. But we didn't get into any of that. Looking at the radar, you can see some more rain is now approaching, so we're going to get even more rain tonight. So, we're in quite a wet pattern here. So let's go and look at our statistics for iSlip. High of 49 and a low of 37 puts us 6 degrees above normal today. Apparently, we had a record amount of rainfall for the day, 1.24 inches at iSlip. And so for the month, we now are above normal. For our rainfall for the month to date, 3.67 inches. That's above the normal of 2.50 inches. So we're definitely above normal. Like I said, we're in a wet pattern. We've been in a wet pattern this month here in December. To make up for the dry pattern that we had back in October and November. Central Park had a high of 46 and a low of 38, 3 degrees above normal, 0.81 inches of rain. Month to date, 2.26, so it's close to the normal value. That'll be going above because we're going to be getting more rain tonight. So let's go look at the satellite. You can see this is the boundary here that will be bringing the next rain. I call it. It's really hard to call the cold front because the air behind it is not all that cold. But you can see this is the front here that is slowly making its way toward us, and we will see the sunshine later tomorrow. But it's a small break between systems because Wednesday we'll start with sun and then more clouds and then yet more rain by Wednesday night, which is going to be from this system right here. So yeah, it's just a parade of systems. Hopefully we get into it. I mean, we've gotten a decent amount of rain. I really would like a drier pattern. It's enough already. This is depressing and annoying. Today was just a lousy day. So let's go to the models here. So taking you through this week. You'll see the second system come through. Here it is. And then break later Tuesday to Wednesday. And then here comes the next system from Wednesday night. And then that is going to bring in the first of a series of cold fronts. And then this clipper here that's going to come through here for Friday into Saturday, that, which you can barely see on here, will bring in some of the Arctic air that we're going to get into by the weekend that I spoke about last night. But I'm mainly focused on this week in this video. So let's take a closer look at things, and we will actually, first, before I even do that, let's just do the 700, 300 humidity to show you. So you can see there's the next slug of moisture, a little brown over us on later Tuesday, and then Wednesday night, here comes the next batch of moisture, and then another dry spot. Here comes the clipper for Friday, and then yeah, so that's we have so that's pretty much what we're looking at right now. So let's go to the HRRR, and we will go over the. I guess we will first start with the radar to show you the next batch of rain that's going to be coming through, and this is going to bring more rain overnight, and that's going to linger into part of your Tuesday morning and probably get out of here hopefully by 9 o'clock, and then we'll see improving conditions with sunshine, and then here comes the next system for Wednesday. So part of Wednesday will be dry, but then here later in the afternoon, here comes another shot of rain. This could be steady to pretty heavy overnight here. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. This is the next shot here that we're going to deal with Wednesday night. So let's go look at the dew points and wind flow, kind of explain to you why we're seeing this. So you can see it's moist, humid out there, southerly winds, and then that dry boundary comes through. But it takes a little while, probably takes until the afternoon to finally see those dew points drop. 1, 2 o'clock, we'll start seeing the humidity drop, westerly winds, but it's still going to be mild. And then the winds become more northwesterly. On Wednesday, we start with a northwest wind, and then they back to the south again. And you can see here comes the moisture that's going to be riding over this drier air that's going to produce the next batch of rain. This definitely looks like another low forming along the cold front. Of course, it can't be a simple cold front. Always has to be a low forming along it, and that's going to be the case for. So it's like a switch. You're either too dry or you're too wet. There's no happy medium. Very hard to get a happy medium. So you can see that's going to be generating the next batch of rain that we're going to be dealing with. So let's go look at our temperatures. So temperatures rise tonight to the 50s. They stay there. And tomorrow, well into the mid to upper 50s, maybe close to 60s, maybe 60s if you're in New Jersey, depending on how much sun we get. And tomorrow night, the temperatures do drop into the 40s, and then even by the morning, we'll drop into the 30s as the cooler air kind of settles in. And then Wednesday will wind up being cooler with probably highs in the upper 40s. But you can see the reflection of this system here with the warm air. So it's not a simple cold front that's coming through, and that's going to mean more precipitation. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at our precipitation forecast on the HRRR here. Overnight, we're going to probably see another quarter to maybe as much as a half an inch of rain, especially maybe it looks like further east onto this. And then when the next system comes through, this could be a soaker for Wednesday night into third. We don't have all the short-range models out for that yet, but that would be the next system that we have to deal with. The NAM, I don't think the NAM takes us further out. I don't think, we don't really have. We can look at the NAM as well for the overnight. So here's the NAM for the overnight. And the NAM is definitely more robust here with the precipitation. Actually, I'm probably leaning toward the NAM at this point, where someone maybe another inch out east. Who knows? For rainfall, mostly out east, not so much over New Jersey. So if we look at this radar simulation here, with this, you'll see again that really it'll be a real soaking rain overnight into the morning tomorrow. It ends, we get a break, and then we can't even get through a Wednesday being mostly dry because here comes the next wave of precipitation. The NAM's not the NAM brings the heavier stuff in with the. This is probably the cold front. It actually shows what could be a thunderstorm over us Wednesday night, perhaps. But this is depends on how sharp this cold front is. It doesn't look like it has a wave. It has the wave to the north of us, whereas the placement of the wave on the HRRR is a little different. So maybe that would bring us more of a condensed rain, meaning over less of a time span. But still, it's a decent amount when we look at the total accumulated precip both systems. Some areas could see 1 to 2 inches of rain from this second system that we have to deal with. A couple of things that I'm going to look at here. Where is it? It should be. Oh, this doesn't have. Yeah, this is it. It's just to show you the precipitation here, the lift in the atmosphere here that generates the precipitation. You can see this is the NAM. I don't think HRRR does this. I know HRRR doesn't do this. Not going to look at that. Let's look at the European model. This is the European model. So you can see this would be, you can see the support for the lift in the atmosphere. All right. So, no, I want to do this one. So you can see what we have coming in for Wednesday. So that's your second batch of rain. If we look at the European and look at the total accumulated precip, you'll see again, you could see over an inch, another inch or two perhaps, between both systems. We'll have to watch that of the Wednesday night to Thursday system to see what's going to happen. And then after that, Euro doesn't give us the dew point, so I'll have to go to the GFS just to show you what's going to be happening as we head into Thursday. So after we're done with that system, Thursday, the first of the cooler, drier air masses come in. You see the northwest winds take over, and then Friday, it looks like it goes a little more northeast because there's a low offshore, and then that clipper is going to come on in, and then we have to wait until the weekend before that cold air really starts coming in. This is coming right out of the north, so this is why it's going to be a pretty cold air mass, I think. It's not a westerly wind, it's going to be a northerly wind, and that's where we usually get a real nice shot of cold air. So you see the temperatures drop on Thursday, and then even a little more on Friday, 30s. Now, obviously, skies, we're going to have a lot of clouds around because of the unsettled nature of the pattern. So tomorrow, probably a lot of clouds clearing late in the afternoon. This is the GFS. Wednesday, we'll start with sun, then increasing clouds. Thursday, probably, hopefully, partly to mostly sunny, maybe. This is the GFS. Friday, we'll see more clouds with that second Arctic front feature coming through. And we'll have a better idea of that as we get further in, I guess. Let's go to the RGEM next. The 0Z RGEM, which I don't really have enough of that in, so we're going to go to the 18Z instead. So here's the 18Z RGEM. You can see the sun will come out a little more toward after like 1, 2 o'clock. So not a clear day tomorrow, but there will be sunshine later in the afternoon. And then for Wednesday, we'll start with sun, and then there'll be increasing amounts of high clouds and jet junk ahead of the next wave that comes on through that brings the rain. And then Thursday, hopefully, we can clear this out and maybe get a period of mostly sunny skies, hopefully, according to the RGEM at least. So that's what we're looking like over here. So obviously, we're going to have some very cold air for the weekend, but I just want to show you, you better enjoy it, because if we go to the 8 to 14 day, take a look at this. Yeah, the whole country is going to be roasting. So, I know, it's... I kind of... they just released this today. It's just... So if you go to 6 to 10 day, you see that shot of cold air, and then, boom, we're going to be roasting after that. The whole country will be. So, yeah, let's enjoy the cold air while we got it. So, I guess that's going to wrap things up. Have a good night, and enjoy the dry times that we do have, because we got more sucky weather for Wednesday night. It's ridiculous, man. It's enough already. We got enough rain. I'd like a nice dry pattern for a change. This is depressing. Have a good night.